Recently, I covered a windsurfing event. The strategy is the thing that comes first. The reason we're making the video is to give some mileage to the sponsors. This is really the first year that the event's happened. We want to, if possible, double the attendance. There's a certain language and culture amongst the group. You need to understand how they think and how the culture of that sport works. It's one of the most important things on getting a relevant edit. So we really wanted to capture the feel of the event.
We've got 52 competitors, a really good turnout. They had 25 last year, so they've doubled that. The course today is a giant downwind slalom.
Instead of covering what happened at the beginning and then going all the way through to what happened at the end in a linear fashion, what I tend to do is get some establishing shots, shoot a montage. So at the beginning of the video, you'll actually see a lot of the things that happened in the event during the whole day. Then go back to the beginning of the event, race 1, race 2, and then finish off with a little bit of a montage. What we tend to then do is sprinkle some interviews through there and get creative with how we slice up all the footage. A bit like making a salad. You get in there and you toss it all up. That's the trick for keeping the viewer guessing and delivering a little bit of a dynamic feel through the editing of the video. Because there's just me operating as the camera person in this event, and also the host, we had to be really tactical about how we got our shots. So I knew the wind was going to come blasting in. It was going to get too windy for the drone. So what I did is I prioritized getting the drone up early so we could get some nice establishing shots, get the drone shots while you can, and then focus on land-based shots later in the afternoon when it's too windy for the drone. For the drone shots, I used a Phantom 4 Pro. One thing I do quite a lot of is 3D motion capture. I use Synthesize for this process, which is a dedicated 3D motion tracking software. I then take the track shot into Apple Motion, which lets me do all my compositing, just to give you a little bit of production value on your intros and your outros. For this piece, I used the Panasonic GH5 with the 12 to 60. Fantastic lens because you get everything from a wide angle. You go out to 60, throw it in ETC mode, you're at 120, which is 240 mils, full frame equivalent, all on one lens. An event like this, things will happen very quickly and people aren't going to redo things for you. So having one lens that you can hit a range of action is absolutely priceless. Having the built-in image stabilization that the GH5 has in the body, along with the built-in lens stabilization, was really handy when I had to go handheld and run after action, knowing that I'm not going to get any jello. My other lens was the Panasonic 35 to 100. You'll see from some of these shots that I was at the full reach of that lens. And again, having ETC crop mode was gold. It allowed me to immediately double the reach of the lens. So I could go to 200, which is 400 mil in 35mm terms. There is one other camera. I recently got an iPhone 10 or iPhone X. Now this is pretty damn handy because you've got in your pocket 4K optical stabilized footage. You can get fantastic B-roll on this. The dynamic range is really nice on it. With a piece like this, action and montage is only going to get you so far. The real bedrock of the story that's going to engage people and give a sense of the culture and of the vibe of the day are your people. So your interviews are absolutely critical. You often won't have time to throw a lav mic on people. You've got to run up and grab interviews when you can. But having the handheld mic is a really big time saver. You're just live, your sound's always good. Usually with the interview, you tend to be just looking for those short little sound grabs.
It was a massive day. It was wicked. It was so windy. It was really, really fast racing.
So get your people that are larger than life.
You see your teammates around and you definitely want to put your foot down and and try to get them.
When you've got someone in front of the camera, be editing in your mind and thinking about what cutaway or B-roll would work across the top of the interview. To think creatively about getting angles on your coverage. Just the one angle isn't really going to cut it. One thing a lot of people forget to do is just to shoot a static shot and let the action move through it. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen an event and everything is tracking shots. You just lock your lens off, let the action move through it, come towards you, enter frame and exit frame. These things are going to look good and they often give you a sense of the speed. That's what I love about video production is there's so many different ways you can shoot something. You shoot it wide, lock it off. Shoot it wide, track something. Shoot it really tight, track something. Shoot it as tight as you can and track something. Your location, it's often said, is one of the characters in your film. This being Cervantes, a beautiful coastal spot. we've got these beautiful establishing shots, why not get some different angles and to show some of the variety of the sailing on offer. So we went down to this speed track that they've got going on, and this produced some beautiful shots. So I'm really happy, and I was able to just sprinkle those through the edit, just again to bring something different, to bring a different perspective and a bit of a break from the standard angles. Discipline and motivation are so important, so just stay motivated, stay hydrated, stay well fed during the day, keep your energy levels up. We started with a plan. We worked hard on the day to get the shots that we wanted. We got all of our elements: intro, establishing shots, action shots, interviews with all the riders, some nice location spots. Went hard into the edit, turned the edit around fast. I started editing it on the Monday, by Monday evening we had the final cut ready to go, approved, it was live on Tuesday. So that's the anatomy of how you'll go about planning for, shooting and editing an event. Within a week and a half, nearly 2 weeks after the event, the Facebook video's been shared over 100 times. We've got over 10,000 views on Facebook, heading up over 2,000 views on YouTube. We ended up with a really great result.